Never stop improving. Be inspired by our incredible black and white interviews with the best of the best in the business. Only available inside of the Josh Vegan membership. How would you feel being a seller, having this listing presentation, having an agent who comes out who's all singing, all dancing, getting to a position that you're doing the open for inspections, maybe even make it to auction day, and the property just simply doesn't sell? And now you're languishing on the market. You've been on for 60, 90, even 120 days, and you're starting to wonder what's going on. And even worse than that, you find that someone else across the road has listed their property and they either sold before auction day or they sold on the day and they got a great price. And you see, this is actually what's happening in our economy right now. And that we've got a lot of stock that's kind of sitting there not doing much, but then at the same time, anything new that's coming to market is selling in a very short period of time. So what a great agent is actually doing is they're learning to reposition. And repositioning is about being brave enough to go back and to relist the existing properties that you've already got on the market. You see, the interesting thing is that if you see a listing and it's not selling, the owner knows, and so do you. And it's your job as a real estate agent to build that level of trust, rapport, and relationship to be able to give that advice, to be the trusted advisor. In being the trusted advisor, what you can be saying to them is that, okay, great. So Mr. and Mrs. Owner, let's actually have a campaign review meeting. Where are we actually at right now? How many inquiries have we had? How many inspections on the property have we had? How many second appointments? How many contract requests? And how many offers have we received on the home? And now that we've got all those key things, what does the next steps actually look like for us? So this is the conversation about what we should be doing next in order to be able to get the property repositioned. What we know is that sometimes we need to take it back to market and to have that level of enthusiasm and motivation about that particular listing. Now, this is a really simple thing to be doing. Imagine that you were going in to go and relist the property. You'd probably recommend a change in relation to price. Maybe there's an angle that's been missed in terms of the photography or the videography around the property itself. And then in addition to that, what do you need to be doing to reposition the asset in terms of the marketing to make sure that as many buyers can see the home as it goes to market the second time around? Now, don't be afraid to take it back to auction. At the same time, don't be afraid to just make a change in relation to the price. But if you do that, then make sure that you get on the phone and in the following 24 hours, get a couple of buyers back through the property so the owner can link a change in our strategy has actually equaled a change in results. The worst thing that can happen here is that you get a price change and then you do nothing about it but turn up to the weekend's opens expecting that more buyers are going to be there. And you've got to remember that a price change of 10, 20, 30, 40, even up to $50,000 in a price point above $1 million isn't actually that much. Because if it was actually about the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 grand, I'm pretty sure that a buyer would have made an offer about it. So what you need to do is you need to go and have a look at all of the properties that your business has sold in the course of the last 6 months in and around the price range. You then need to go through all of the buyers that actually inquired online or physically inspected that property and then invite them to the one that you've just repositioned and try to get as many of those buyers through and to get an offer on the table. You must remember, no offer, no decision. If you've lost faith, if you've lost confidence in the product, if you're in a position that you're no longer motivated to show that home, then sometimes the best thing that you can do is to hand that listing to someone else in the office so that they can take control. And that change player technique will allow you to be able to get back in control and to get the property sold. Remember, the reason why a vendor chooses you is because they think that you can sell the property. And it's up to you to have the strategy in play to know exactly what to do next. So you're never allowed to have a minute of the day where you don't know what we should be doing next. And this is where specific recommendations make a massive difference in getting a property to sold. Well, I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's coaching tip. We look forward to seeing you next time.